21st June and reached Dubai on 25th October. Madam arrived to Mumbai on create awareness for safe soil. We wish her all the best for her onward journey to Coimbatore. I request Shri Kashinath Medet, Principal RPD PU College, to accord a hearty welcome to all the dignitaries and everyone gathered here.
Dignitaries on the days of the days. It is an honor to welcome Miss Nathalie, who has been cycling from France. Cycling from France, she'll be traveling around 15,000 kilometers. That too, for one of the best causes that anyone would love to live for. Everything in nature, what we look around, everything, the air, the water, everything around us, except the man-made things, all these things are inherited by us. We have inherited by these things from our ancestors. And friends, we must pass it on, this gift of our ancestors, to the upcoming generations as it is. Unfortunately, in the process of modernization, we have been building these concrete jungles. And then we have somewhere, somehow, once in a while, somebody like Miss Nathalie coming in front of us, trying to talk to us, trying to tell us how important is the thing that we have inherited, and the same thing has to be passed on. At SKES societies, RPD PU College, the other sister institutions, I would like to assure Ms. Nathalie that in this noble cause that she has started, the society, the institutions, the students, the staff, everybody, we are all with her. We may not be cycling with her, but our best wishes, all the things, they are with her in this. Once again, I welcome Ms. Nathalie to this function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Flowers always make people better, happier, and more helpful. It is now time to give a floral welcome to the dignitaries on the dais. May I now request Shri S.Y. Prabhu, Vice Chairman SK Society, to give a flower to the chief guest of today's function, Ms. Nathalie, as token of love and respect. Thank you, sir. May I now request Srimati Gitanjali Halgekar to give a flower to the volunteer of Isha Foundation, Mrs. Amrita Amruskar, as a token of love and respect. Thank you, madam. I request Ms. Nathalie to address the gathering.
Okay, namaskaram everyone. Thank you very much for this warm welcome. I really appreciate. I am very happy to be with you today in Belgium. I arrived a few days ago and already I visited 2 colleges. Thanks to the volunteers of Belgium who made it happen, like Amitra. she pushed me a little bit because I was so tired when I came here. I was 80 kilometers to do, I had to do in one day, and I thought I couldn't make it because it was very hot. I had 35-degree temperature, and it was not that climbs, but still, when you have a climb, you know, you have to climb it, and whatever, you need to be in good shape. So finally I made it, and I thought, Amitra told me, oh, event, and I said, oh no, my God, I can't make it, it's too much. But then here I am. I'm very happy to be here, and with very good energy, because you know, sometimes when you do so much effort, you feel your body very tired, your muscle, they burn you. And then you do some yoga, you do some nice practices, you meet some nice people, and suddenly your energy come back. So that's how it happened, and I'm very glad to be here and share with you this amazing journey, because this is one kind of amazing thing that has happened. So my name is Nathalie, and I am 50 years old. I am French. I come from France. And so I have been traveling to support the Safe Soil movement. I don't know, I hear people speaking. Is it okay? Everything is okay? If you want to say something, don't hesitate to say it. Is okay? I can start? Yes? Okay, okay. So, yes, I was saying I come from France, and I left on the 21st of June of this year on my bicycle. This is the same day Sadhguru, the founder of the Safe Soil movement, arrived in Coimbatore. So to tell you the story of all this, maybe, I'm not sure if everyone knows about the Safe Soil movement here. Do you know about Safe Soil movement? You can answer. Even if it's no, you can say it. Well, so I will explain a little bit the process of how this movement happened. So it was on the 21st of March of this year. Sadhguru, who is a spiritual leader, but also we can say ecological personality, because he already held many projects in India of a very big scale project, like the cover recording. And they are in the Guinness Book Record of planting the most trees in a short amount of time. So he's very used to do this kind of big scale project. So Sadhguru launched the Safe Soil movement on the 21st of March of this year in London. And what he did, he went with his motorbike from London to Coimbatore in India. He crossed 27 countries, 600 meetings in 100 days. So that's 3 months with his motorbike, relentless efforts, and he arrived in Coimbatore on the 21st of June. So myself, I knew Sadhguru sorry? Okay. I knew Sadhguru for the yoga practices. 2 years ago, I met those yoga practices. I didn't quite knew him on this side of thing. And when I saw him on the 21st of March, launching this Safe Soil movement in England, facing 10,000 people in England. And it was a very touching, actually, meeting, because he had a very warm and heart moving speech from a landlord in England, actually. And when I saw him do this, I was really surprised. I didn't understand, because I was not aware about the state of our soil, and actually I didn't understand why he was with his motorbike like this, wanting to do this, 65 years old, you know. So I couldn't understand, so I listened to him, and then I went on the website of safesoil.org, and I could see all those scientific evidence and facts about the soil. I didn't know. I didn't know the soil was dying. I didn't know that also the soil contains so much life in it. This, like they say, 1 teaspoon and you have billion of lives. So this kind of thing I didn't know, and when I realized this, as I am very connected with nature, I always liked this. I'm a little girl being outside, and when I got aware about this, it's really moved me because yes, it was like I got aware. Okay, Sadhguru was trying to make us aware about something, and I got really aware. So I saw this, and then Sadhguru went in Switzerland and France for the events with his motorbike. And I decided to go in Switzerland first, and I met him over there with this meeting. And then I followed him till Paris with my car. I rent a car for this, and it was one of the videos everybody see where he's on the road with a very heavy rain. It was freezing, it was rain, and myself, I was so tired because I was driving like in the 3 days I did 1,000 kilometers or something, and I was very tired on the road, and the rain was non-stop, heavy rain and cold, and I was so tired, and I was thinking about him doing this with his motorbike. It was just so, I was shocked because I said, how can he do it? And we saw it on the video, and I said, oh my God, this is terrible. And then I arrived in Paris, and I saw him twice in two events. And what I saw about those meetings also moved me, because I could see how his message was gathering so different kind of people, you know, and also with very positive energy. So myself, I'm not an activist, I'm not a kind of person fighting for the, I don't know, you know, sometimes you see some strikes, people against things, I'm not like this. But this message was very different, because it was very high level of energy, positive energy, people offering many creative way of expression, dancing, singing, and whatever kind of things. And it was very joyful. It was not like it's dramatic, we will die, you know. It's not like this. It was something else. We were learning about the soil, how rich was the soil, how beautiful how was our connection with Mother Earth. So that was another kind of message. And actually Sadhguru was trying to do something, I think, on my point of view of a psychologist, which is very important, which is changing the narrative of the way you talk about something. This is very important, because this is how it can get into your consciousness. So what he did, he said, we want to change the narrative about the soil. And because in Europe, maybe not that much in India, but Europe, people very often, they lost their connection with soil, and they don't realize what it is anymore. And so that means that many people, women, mothers, when their children go, you know, on earth, they don't want them to go outside without shoes or touching the earth, because they think it's like dirt. And it's very often that don't touch earth because it's dirty. And this is that makes an impact into your mind when you say that to a child. Because, you know, that's how Sadhguru said, this is the basis of what we are. And if you say that it's dirt, you say to you, what are you saying to yourself, you know? So this kind of thing Sadhguru said also struck me, because I didn't realize those kind of things. And when you realize it and you become conscious, it's very different. Oh, okay, my voice is echoing. It's okay. No, it's okay. That was the point of this movement that really moved me, and also this was a very special time in France of making this movement, because, as you know, everybody knows on this planet now about the COVID, and COVID makes lots of changes, and we can see how we are transforming at the moment in a transforming situation. So that means that in France and Europe, and I think everywhere, something was happening. In France, many strikes, people very angry, depressed, I can say, because I'm a psychologist and I could see, you know, 7 years ago, 10 years ago in France, I couldn't find a job as a psychologist. Now, they have a lack of psychologists. That means something. That means that people are completely depressed, anxious, and everything, you know? So this movement, Save Soil, arrived at this point also of my life, where I thought, wow, amazing. We have someone who is bringing up a positive message, you know, and another kind of message. And it was like very daring to do this kind of speech, I think, in Europe. So, for all those reasons, something happened inside myself about this Save Soil message. And before I go on with what I want to say about the reason why I did this, I will play the introduction video of Sadhguru with the song and official video so you can understand. Okay. I hope it's not too loud because sometimes it's... Okay, let's see.
This very body is soil. My body, your body, everybody is just soil body. Soil body. The magic of soil is it turns death into life. Depleted soils will not quench the fire of hunger. Unquenched hunger can burn the very world. This is a generational responsibility. Save soil. Let's make it happen.
Okay, so that was the introduction of Sadhguru with the with this joyful energy, as you could see. Yes, I really was very much. I don't know how to say in English, I have it in French, but okay, it really got my mind to see this kind of energy, and you know, the words are very simple. The magic of soil is to turn death into life. It's very simple, but just when you think about it, it gets your mind in a different state, really. So, for all those reasons, something happened in me when I saw this, and also it was to realize that Sadhguru's main message was very clear. Our soil is dying. If we don't do anything now, in 40 years' time, we won't have the necessary food to give to our children. So our soil is dying means that inside the soil there is something called organic matter, And this organic matter gives you all the vitamin, nutriment that is needed in your fruits and vegetables. So he gave a very simple example. Maybe 40 years ago, we eat one orange and you have enough of vitamin C, you are good. But nowadays, you must eat maybe 8 or 10 oranges to have the same amount. So that means that the soil is depleted, is getting less organic matters. So all the scientist people agree with those facts. And so Sadhguru said, okay, we need now something happening on a global scale. It's not enough that we do something individually. We need some laws to protect and regenerate the soil. And there is a minimum of regeneration of the soil, which is 3 to 6% organic matter in the soil. So the message was, okay, we want some laws to protect the soil and to regenerate to a point to 3 to 6% organic matter. Because if we don't do this now, it's too late after. So I heard this was an alarm call, actually. Yeah? Sadhguru wanted to gather a big amount of people around this movement because the amount of people in a democracy means that more people want something, more we have weight on the laws, right? So this movement was really very based on communication, social media, and Sadhguru always said to his audience, you must use your telephone and social media smartphone smartly. And so that's what happened with this movement. People got on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and made lots and lots of communication, shared the message, and little by little, actually it didn't take long before this movement became so big. It was amazing. It was like something exploding, because in a few months, 3 months time, already 3.5 billion people uniting around this movement. And in 3 months time, already volunteers from every country gathered on groups, WhatsApp group, social media, and already organized themselves to do something. This is really amazing because, you know, it's not like somebody, a leader said, you must do this, and we'll make... No. They didn't have any guidelines or, you know, like the people were volunteered to do it first, I think. So that also was very new to me to see this as a French people, because like in France we are very used that people tell you what to do, and you know. And so an organization came out of this movement, and with a very clear message. And for me, I like when I see clear in something. And I could see also in few months' time, some people in India actually began to offer some challenges, many things, to support the Safe Soil movement. And there are some people, they were cycling already. One of them was, the first one was Sagar Gonagar. He was with his bicycle, he did 1,300 kilometers something, and to support the Safe Soil movement. And some people, they were climbers mountain. They went on the Everest Mount with the Safe Soil banner. Many people, sportive people. I'm not saying people who don't know and go on the mountain. Professional people or people who knew what they were doing, they were offering their abilities to support this movement. And I was also very moved by this, because I think if you have a good amount of positive energy, that's how it makes you go a little bit beyond your limit and offer the best of yourself. So I saw all this, and myself, I was kind of circumstances in my life that my job contract was finishing on end of April. I was offering some other kind of job, other proposition. And so I had a little bit something in myself occurred. I had this bicycle, I bought it last year. I didn't buy it for this project. I bought it last year, and this is a very good bicycle. It cost a little bit of money. I bought it, but I didn't buy a car. I bought this. And this is a bicycle which is meant to do around the world. That's what they said when I bought it. Actually, I didn't want a bicycle like this first. I was trying to find a bicycle on my height, and I couldn't find one because I'm a bit small. And so I look, and suddenly I see this one in one shop, and I tried it, and I feel good on it. So I said, wow, it's amazing, and it's so different when you ride a good bicycle, really. It's amazing. So I was like, wow. But the man of the shop said to me, yes, but it's very expensive. I said, yes, it's expensive, but I was starting to dream in my head, what could I do with a bicycle like this? And actually, I took the decision to take it, and I had it for a year, and I always been cycling since I'm a little girl. I love it, and I'm doing lots of sports. I like moving, so since my childhood, I've been doing like swimming, dancing, horse riding, and athletic, all kinds of sports, athletic thing. So I'm very used to sport and also bicycle. So I bought it, but it was the first time when I bought it. I started to go a little bit in France 1 week, 2 weeks, like this, with my bags and camping gears and things. So I already tested this kind of little trip. So I had this bicycle, my contract job was finishing, and I was at a kind of point of my life. I don't have any children, so that means also I can maybe offer something more, maybe. And I had also ability to lead some projects because I did many things in my life. I'm 50 years old, so I already did things with organization. I build organization, I create things. I did many projects with children. So I thought, okay, and it was like in my head, checking all the points that, or the skills that could make me offer this kind of project. And I was thinking about it, and in another way, my mind was like, oh la la, it's a big thing. But still, I took the decision because I could see that I really could do something, offer something with this project. So I decided to go with this bicycle from France to India. And then I had 1 month and a half to prepare this project, so that was very quick. So I had to be very, very focused and know what I was doing. So first thing, I said, okay, I will build it very strong. Like, you know, when you build a house, you must build the basis, you know, very strong. So that's what I did. I said, my goal in this project is not only to raise awareness, help to gather more everybody, but also I will stop in some eco-friendly farms, and I will make them their practice known. So I went through the website WWOOFing. Do you know WWOOFing? It's WWOOFF or something, Worldwide Opportunity on Organic Farms. This is a website international. If you don't know it, go, because this is very interesting. You can, for example, if you want to go in another country, wherever in the world, even in India, there are WWOOFing, you choose which farm you want. There are many kind of farms, and you can go there, you help a little bit. For instance, you work in the morning and afternoon you don't work, and you help them with a technique of farming, and in exchange they give you you can sleep there and they give you something to eat. You can stay 1, 2 weeks, 1 month, and it's very interesting because there are so many things. So I went through this website, but myself I was not working. I explained to them what I was doing, and I said to them, if you give me somewhere to sleep, I will take some videos of what you're doing and photos, and you can explain me how you are growing things. And then I put it on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And so I planned my steps till Italia. So that means that I was not, it was not that much, but I couldn't do more than this, because, you know, when you're doing this kind of project, you have to call so many people. It's so much organization. I also contacted many sponsors. Even if they didn't sponsor me, it's good to ask people if they, and make your project known. So I did lot and lot of communication, lots of contacts. So I couldn't do more than Italia. I did maybe mid of Italia. I stopped my contacts with farmings. So in my head, I knew that, okay, I begin this project on my own. I have 3 people, there were 3 people, volunteers, who were helping a little bit because they couldn't help that much. So it was a little group, and I thought that if I do it good, with good communication, I believe that it could grow. That's it. But with lots of work, you know? So that means that I began with this kind of energy, and I gave myself really into it. And little by little, the project grows with lots of connection of people and volunteers coming in the WhatsApp group. So now we are 45, it's too much, we did another group. And there is kind of a core team now, volunteers that are helping me, 10 people who are really, and every one of them has a specific task. That is what is fantastic, because you know, one of them knows how to make some, like she made this. I proposed the design and then she did it like this, you know. I proposed the project, I called it Wheels for Soil. That's the name we gave. And she did some design. And then maybe another one helped me with the Twitter account. She's tweeting for me because it's too much. And another one's making videos. Another one is making my thing on Instagram, hashtag and things, because I don't know how to do it, this one. Well, whatever, but this, and also people from every country began to help me. I didn't ask much. Actually, it was not organized like you can say, okay, I will call this one and he will give you contact. No, it was always last minute and always good person, always. It has never been, because I think when you build a project like this, you must think, okay, I don't have the time to plan everything, because you need 1 year or 6 months, 1 year to prepare this kind of project. It's not 1 month and a half. So if you do it 1 month and a half, you must put the basis and think about a day-to-day organization. But that means that you must be focused and really focus on what you're doing to make it happen. So I learned a lot about this kind of thing. And I built this project. I went to Italy and things happened. I met a lot of connections happen. And I think I couldn't have made it if I didn't have those connections of volunteers, of course. So, okay, I am on my own, but I'm not on my own. And as you said, every time I meet this kind of energy, it means a lot to me, because it really helped me to go on, you know, to keep on going. Because I think if I had any problem in this kind of trip, I would have stopped, you know, at one point. So the thing is, I kept on going, and what happened? This. This happened, that I crossed 9 countries, and you are my 10th country. So, France, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Bulgaria, Turkey, UAE, Oman, and India. So that means that my first plan was to pass through Iran and Pakistan. But as usual, when you go on a journey, you must be very flexible, because things happen, adventure, you know. So I was in Turkey, and I heard about Iran. The events, you know, began. And I thought that it was not a good idea, myself, woman, on a bicycle. So I decided to take the plane from Ankara to Dubai, UAE, with my bicycle. And then I cycled through Dubai to Oman, Muscat. And Muscat, I took the plane to Mumbai. So that means that I shortened a little bit my trip, but actually I think it's a good thing. And I met wonderful people in Arabic countries, really. It was my first time over there. Actually, it was my first time in every country. I didn't know, except Italy, I knew, but otherwise I didn't know any country. So I passed through this, and actually I was on the steps of Sadhguru. All the time I wanted to take my way, but every time it got me in this way. Because I should have gone on the Balkans coast side. I wanted to go, and Sadhguru didn't go on this one. But I realized how high were the mountains. And I decided, everybody said, no, you can't do this. Because also, I think in this kind of project, you got to be very aware about your limits. And I think I am kind of person very aware. And when I realized this kind of mountain, I said, no. So that meant that I took actually the way that he took here. And then I went to Dubai and Oman and India. So this is my 10th country. And that's how I led this project, and it grows. Now I am in India, and my final destination will be in Coimbatore. So I should arrive beginning of February in Coimbatore. And the beginning of February, 14th of February, Sadhguru announced the Safe Soil movement. So that will be 1 year that this movement is on. And actually, I have to say that it looks like it's 10 years because it was so intense this year. Everything is happening like lots of things, you know? So it's weird for me to say it's only 1 year. It's like, wow. So, okay. But it will be 1 year, and I choose those dates also to have also an impact on the message, trying to, because you know, when you communicate, I think you have to be also clear and bring a message, you know. So that's how I will arrive in February. I just have now 900 kilometers. And I'm very happy to be in India now. This is a really amazing country, very welcoming, actually. This is amazing because everywhere I go, even if it's on the highway, people are here to welcome me. Sometimes it's too much because I have so many things on my bicycle, people put things. But very nice, you know. I'm very happy because first, the people were a little bit like telling me, oh la la, you see in India, this is going to be your worst country. Not for the people, but for the driving, you know. They thought it was, so I was like, worst country. But, you know, my worst countries for driving bicycle, that was Turkey because of the highways and pollution, and Dubai, because of those huge highways, so scary, because you're in the middle of something. I don't know how I am here, because it was the worst thing I've ever seen. It was really scary. So for me, India, when I arrived, actually I find it very funny, because I was in Mumbai, and first it was a little bit chaotic and Isadora. And then I understood that the people were very used to bicycle and motorcycle, so there is a way of, you know, boom, boom, klaxon. And so I understood the way of communication, and actually I find it very smooth, and I thought that other countries were very much more like kind of aggressive in their way of driving. And here I don't feel like I didn't feel scared or whatever. I feel very comfortable, actually. So you see, this trip learned me one thing. Don't listen too much to people. Really. Okay, you can listen, but don't listen too much. Because you have to realize in experience what you feel about the thing. Because if I can tell you, every country I pass through, every country, every time people say, be careful, here there's danger, oh, people here, there, every country. Even in Italy, Italy was beginning. And then it was, no, Slovenia, no, because it's very different. It's kind of a little country, very, very different from anywhere I saw. it's very different. But then Croatia, Serbia, no, the people over there, you will see, they drive like mad, they will kill you on the road. Okay, and then Bulgaria, oh, the dogs and the gypsies, they will kill you. Oh, okay, okay. And then Turkey, oh, no, savage people, and all the time. And people see danger everywhere. And also, what I noticed that most of the people don't know their country. Maybe I know better your roads than you. Because all the time they say to me something and I realize it's not this. It's not this, you know? Because when you're on a bicycle, you have time to look at the road. You know if it's going up or down. When you're on a motorcycle or whatever, maybe not motorcycle, sometimes you know better, but on driving, people, they think it's flat and it's not flat, you know, or whatever. So anyway, I think I learned to trust myself and my intuition in this kind of trip. And that's how also for the soil, because this is our subject now, but I wanted to point out all these points because, you know, sometimes with this project, people think it's easy, so they want to do the same. So that's how I emphasize now on all those points and how you must be realistic about what happened. I'm not a superwoman, you know. I did this project, but I have a sportive background. I know my body and my mind and my limits. And also, I'm practicing yoga. And this is so important because if I didn't practice, I wouldn't do this project. I know how to fix my body if something happened. And I've never had any injuries in this trip. Never one problem except one puncture, but the one puncture I had a special liquid in the tire, and the liquid is spreading, and it makes your tire okay. So you can still do, for 6 months you can still go. So it was just the only time. And so that means that I know other travelers, because I met lots of people on the road. There are many people on the road when you realize. And lots of them have problems with their bicycle, lots of them. And so me, I didn't want, I knew that I have a good bicycle, and this was a very important point because I didn't have time to prepare myself like, okay, I'm a bit shy to say this, but I'm not very good in mechanics. I know that I should, I tried, but it's not my, I don't know. So that means that I have to rely on myself, and every time I pass through one city, one town, I go to the bike shop and I want them to check everything. That prevents the problem. I didn't have one. So I emphasize on this because when you do this kind of project, you know, of course, the Safe Soil movement got into my heart and I wanted to do something, and everybody wants to offer something the best, but we have to be realistic also on our abilities to do it. Because some people now, they get inspired by this, young people maybe, and maybe they think they have a bicycle and they can do it, and they go. No, don't do this, because you will fall, you will have injuries. Because bicycle on those roads, very quickly, you will have a problem. It's obvious. And also, this kind of bicycle, I feel good on it. It's perfect, you know. I never had break something on myself or pain. I had some pain. I can't say sometimes I have some pain, but still it's very, I can fix it and I feel good. But the bicycle has been very, so, voilà. All this to say, don't do it, please. Don't do it, because this is the project very special also in my life, at this point of my life, and also because I had a past life, like my past of life makes it possible. And this is very special what I'm offering now, and I'm doing it. The project grew, and maybe it helped to gather a few more earth bodies and to also meet some people who were supporting, like United Nations. I met them in Serbia and in Turkey. I met embassy, Indian embassy, ambassador in Oman and embassy, French embassy in Bulgaria and somewhere else. They were very, very supportive of this movement, and those contacts contributed also to give a voice to this movement. And actually they asked me to make also a video in the COP27 actually, and the last one, because we were talking about the 15th, but now there was another one recently, and they asked me to also participate. So that means that something also happened. And this was the goal of this project. So I think if we ask me now that I am on the end of the project, did I fulfill my goal? I think it's more than I expected. And thanks to all the people and connection who participated in this, because it's not only me, obviously. So I wanted to emphasize on this. And to get to the main point also of the soil, I don't know what time is it, I must maybe, sorry? It's 12? Oh, okay. So I have a little bit of time still. Just to, about the soil. So I went in several farms. I won't show you all the farms, organic farms I went in. But just to give you some example, I think you will maybe understand a little bit. So there are so many people, you know, on the route I met that are doing very special things for the soil. This is really amazing. Do you know permaculture? I don't know if in English it's really the word permaculture techniques. Okay. So permaculture techniques, that means that, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you're using of a kind of techniques to revitalize the soil, to protect it, to grow your food. Without chemicals, but with special kind of techniques. So I will explain to you through one example that I had in Italy. That was in Italy, and I met this family, and the husband and the woman, they wanted to buy a family land, because the family sold their land to somebody who, you know, they plow with a big tractor on this field, and the field was spoiled. And they decided to buy again their field, actually, and to try to revitalize the soil. Because this soil was so spoiled that there was 1% organic matter, so it's not a lot. Huh? But they wanted to do it. So they work on it for like 3 years. And what they did to revitalize and regenerate the soil, they planted some trees, many trees. And the technique of permaculture is like, okay, planting trees, but also, you know, when you have leaves that fall from the tree, instead of burning, like we can see sometimes, you take them and you put on top of the soil. So that makes the soil cooler, okay, and being able to regenerate. So this kind of thing, and compost, manure, and all the herbs, grass on top of the soil, all these kind of techniques that are used in permaculture techniques. And also, the father was, he had this special kind of instrument that makes plow, but not too profoundly, you know. So it's very much harder, lots of job, but still it doesn't damage the soil. Because the problem of the soil now also comes from a big exploitation and a very big tractor plowing very profoundly, and the soil is dying with this kind of techniques. So, lots of courage and bravery, 3 years, they work and work and work, and now they have beautiful vegetables and fruits, and people are coming from all around the place to buy their fruits and vegetables because they are nicer, you know, sweeter than other products. So this is a reward of a brave family. And actually I met many people like this who decide to you see, he said the agrodynamic techniques. So they call it sometimes agrodynamic techniques or permaculture techniques or things like this. So that's the kind of eco-friendly site that I went in. This one is Slovenia. They made some oil, essential oil. And then in Turkey also I met, this one I passed through. I met this one in Turkey, and it was the same. He bought the land, and same thing. They analyzed the soil and 1% organic matter, but they decided to revitalize and regenerate the soil, and now they have such a big project. It's amazing. They not only the soil is becoming so good, but also they welcome some children over there. They make so much activity for children, and the guy is going all around the world trying to find some seeds, special seeds to put in his soil to plant. And also they have a very special kind of tomato which is called SD tomato, and this tomato is growing without water. So this is quite amazing. And so that means that when you're trying, when you're striving for something, really put your heart into it. Maybe it's a hard job, but then it's so rewarding because you learn so much about nature, So that's the kind of people I met all during my whole trip, lots of people, and I tried to give them a voice. And through this voice, I also, it was kind of a way of talking about the soil and the Safe Soil movement, because all those people, they didn't know about the Safe Soil movement. We have to know that many farmers, they are very busy. They don't have time to go on social media, so they don't have time, to get involved in those kind of movement, but still, they were very happy to know about the movement, and very happy that I can write something or, communicate about their place. So that's how it happened all during my trip. And now I am in India, and I meet also different kind of people and different kind of environment. I can show you also maybe some facts and about the soil in India. Let's wait a little bit. Okay. Please, if you also have some questions, don't hesitate. I will just show you the official Safe Soil board. Okay, so this is just a few facts that has been put in image. It's a brochure of a Conscious Planet Safe Soil. And that's what they say. United States has lost 50% of its topsoil, and 62% of India has less than 0.5% organic carbon. Okay. So yes, with this kind of of data, you can understand that something is not going right. And that's what I was telling, because, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and sometimes here vegetables, I need a lot of it. I have a big plate, and everybody's looking at me like, how do you eat all this? But maybe I need so much nutriment because it's not enough, probably. Because I'm very sensitive, actually, physically, with the food and vegetables and fruits. And actually, I feel to have more. So probably that it's because I don't have enough of those nutriment. So those are the facts, and there is also a map I want to show you, which shows, about the climate change, the water scarcity, and if I find the map. So this is all the partners also of Safe Soil movement who supported the Safe Soil movement. Oh yes, I find it. Okay, so this is a soil degradation, a global issue. So you can see this map. As we said for India, 62% of India soil has less than 0.5% organic content. So maybe that's how this movement was born in India, I don't know, but there is a reason. But anyway, there are also in the Middle Eastern croplands are degraded 73%. United States 50%. So you can see all those datas, they are official datas, scientific datas, and that shows the problem and the problem we are facing and how to solve the problem. So one thing to solve the problem is to realize what's going on and what we can do now. Okay, you can go on social media, share the message of Safe Soil, whatever, or even if it's on my thing, Wheels for Soil, or whatever account of Safe Soil. And also you can, many actions had been organized in Safe Soil movement, that's what I like with it, many creative possibility. And some of them is like to write some mails or letters to our political leaders. For the first time in my life, I wrote to my president, French president. And you know, maybe we think, oh, I can't do this. And when you realize what you're writing to your president, who is responsible for all of us, it makes you very feel different. It was long before I did this project, and I didn't have the idea I would do this project. But I started already to get involved in this manner because I wrote a letter that really came from my heart and with the word, and I wrote it by hand, and I sent to my president, and I sent to the mayor of my town. And actually, what happened, I had one response for the mayor of the town. So you see, sometimes we have to be, sometimes you think, oh, I won't have any impact. But if you put your heart into something and you do it good, you will have an impact on yourself and on other people. So you can do this, right? And also you can participate if you want, if you are more creative, you can participate now to the Safe Soil Challenges, which is going on from the 27th of December to the 7th of January. But the Safe Soil Challenges, they are not to take your bicycle. They are to write poems, make a nice drawing or whatever you can do, sing, dance, and you will win a prize. So this is on safesoil.org, you can go there, and if you want to participate, that's a good thing of already expressing something about the soil, or how do you feel about it, or whatever, and do your best and you will win. You know, that's very simple. So, yes, I think I didn't forget too much, I don't know. Maybe I forgot something. Oh yes, one last thing, yes, maybe. About this journey on the bicycle, what it has learned me also about the connection about the soil. When I was feeling very tired, you know, sometimes I thought, am I going to make it? Because the mountains sometimes in Turkey, I remember, Turkey was so hard. When I came to Istanbul, I will remember all my life this one, because it was like very early in the morning, and I was on a very high climbs. But you know, I was with my bicycle, but I couldn't even push it. That means that I could see the top, and it was like I couldn't even put it. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't do nothing. I just had to reach the top of this huge, and it was so. I said, I can't make it. My body was like, you know, if somebody's, how do you say the word in French, but it's like somebody's, my body was completely écartelé, I don't know the word in English. But you understand that my body was like, oh my God, shaking. And so I thought I couldn't make it really. And sometimes what happened, I remember I was like this, and I said, my God, but how can I make it? And I had nobody to help me, you know, I'm on my own, you know. And so I said to myself, I can't think, because if you think it's not good. So I thought I was connected, you know, I was like this with my bicycle and my feet on the ground, and I looked at the top, and I just thought, you know, taking the energy of the soil and just go at the top. You must go. So I just went like this, and I went, and when I came on the top, I was like shaking like this, and always something like this happened in my trip when it was really difficult. Like I remember also in Italy, the sun, oh, it was terrible. This summer I saw the rain only twice in Europe. I remember because I had to wear special things, and only twice. All the crops burned. In Italy, it was the worst thing ever. It was so sad. And one day I was in the sun cycling, and I was feeling so bad. The sun was really hitting me, no shade, and I saw a farm far away, and I just stopped there and I asked them some help because I'm feeling really not good at all. And I was like feeling kind of throwing up. And so every time I found things in the nature to help me, when I couldn't, even in Turkey, sometimes I stop in the nature. I take off my shoes and go on the soil and go with the trees and find some water. Whatever you find in the nature becomes so impactful on yourself. And you feel so grateful when it gives you your energy back, because it actually is not something to eat, you know? It doesn't, energy, you eat, it's good, but it's not this, because you need something else, really, and that's what I learned in this trip. The connection with nature, really, with our Mother Earth, really, that's what really helped me. So I'm very grateful to be here now, because that's how I kept on going. And grateful to share it with you, because I hope that it will inspire you not to do the same. Please don't do the same, but inspire you to look inside yourself, what you can change, and how you are, who you are, and give the best of who you are in whatever you can. So that's how this movement comes with creativity. That's what it means. So you can give some part of yourself that maybe you don't know at the moment, because it's not like it's a trip like you're 20 years old and you can do your trip at 20-year-old, but this is a different journey, because 20-year-old you want to experience in the world, and this is good. I didn't want to do this. I already had experience. I wanted to offer something, and I wanted to use the best part of myself to give something. So this is very different. When I'm going to one place, I don't do tourism. I missed a lot of things in all the countries, because every time people want me to go there and there, and I said, no, I'm very focused on the goal of what I'm doing, and that's how it make it happen. So thank you so much. Please, if you have some question and you want to share something, or maybe we can... No, not yet. I just passed through the villages. I didn't yet visited some friendly farms, but actually in Mumbai I met one shop, was organic shop, and they told me about their organic production of, what was it already? They had something, and they had a shop where they sold me some honey, special honey, very, very nice honey. I've never tasted honey like this. And so they were organic. And also I always met, because now I don't have time to organize, so I always meet people like this. And I met some people in Pune. They had also an organic farm, but I couldn't go and see them. And when I passed through the villages, it was really kind of magic, because I met the people, the farmers who are, with the, how do you call them, the bulls, cows? Special cows you have with the big bulls, yes. And many people still are plowing with it. I love them. When I saw them the first time, it was kind of, wow. I was so impressed because I've never seen, we don't have those kind of cows, and I think they are very beautiful and very, very special. So I saw them the first time I saw them, it was the morning, because I live at 6:30. And the people start to do their things in the field. And I could see much respect about the soil with this kind of, plowing. And people are very respectful for their animals because you can see it because they color the how would you say, the thing? Horn? Oh, horn, yes. They color it and yes, it's very special because you don't do this in France, you know, I don't see this. And so I could see another kind of relationship with the soil, but still very hard work. And I passed through some villages, also lots of poverty also. People are striving to, you know, to, they must have their food. So, yes. I saw this, and then for the moment I didn't. We went in a cane sugar factory. Obviously, there are lots of cane sugar, so I saw this as well. And for the moment, that's it. Yes, I think. But it will happen, I'm sure, because actually, what I see is lots of family farms here. Mainly, people are growing their food, and they know. Actually, I can see that in India, most of the people are very receptive to the Safe Soil message. Very, it's like kind of obvious for everybody. So maybe we just need something else to make it happen. Where did I meet? Sorry? Yes, so how did I find people everywhere? The question is. So, as I said, every country there are some volunteers now, Safe Soil volunteers, which are gathered in groups. So that helped me, that's one. But second, or maybe one, because actually, if I remember my arrival to Dubai, I've always been lucky, kind of lucky in this trip. I can show you in Dubai. When I was in Dubai, I arrived on the 25th of October, and I was lucky because there was an agricultural fair. So, Dubai, yes. So, I arrived 25 October. 26, I already have an event because Dubai Agram Agricultural Fair. And over there were so many farmers, different kind of farmers with different kind of growing, because over there they have a big problem, obviously, of rain and they are very dry. So they have hydroponic techniques, and this is very special because you go in a fridge and you can see vegetables growing out of nowhere, and it's very kind of shocking for me because I'm used to the soil. So this is Dubai, very, very special place, actually. I was really shocked. This was something else. They have robots and things everywhere. And actually I met some French people over there. They were here for clay. There was the best shell of clay in France, and they came here because clay is also very good to regenerate a certain type of soil. Not all of type, but certain types of soil you can put clay. Clay is a miracle. You can also drink it, but you have to know how to drink it. Don't do it. But it changed your life, really. It cleans you. And they give it to animal also to heal animal on physical external. You can give animal like this. Animals know when to take it or not, and how do you say, hoover every bad things in your body. So well, anyway, I met people like this. It was hazard. Then in Oman, how did I meet the people in Oman? These people in Oman, I was climbing, I think it was one of the worst of my climbs in Oman. I arrived in Kasab, and that was something else, because not one tree, this was so hard, it was hot, and I thought, again, I couldn't make it, and suddenly I arrived on top, and there was someone filming me on the thing, and then this person gave me so many contacts in Oman. He gave me contacts with agricultural center, gave me contact then in Muscat. I went in a ministry department. So that's how it happened. All the time of my trip, I meet people on the road, they give me, or I have connection with Earth Buddies, Safe Soil volunteers, and they gave me also contacts. That's how it happened for me in this project. I don't think it will happen like this all the time, but still, that's how life was so intense for me all this month happening. Yes. Yes? Okay, good. So, okay.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Mrs. Amrita to grace the stage by her words.
आपण बोलत असतो हवामान बदलाबद्दल, कार्बन उत्सर्जन, जागतिक तापमान वाढ आणि इतर अनेक पैलूंबद्दल. पण आपण मातीकडे लक्ष देत नाहीये. माती हे मूळ स्थान आहे ज्यावर कोट्यावधी जीवांचं पोषण होतं. एकदा का मातीतली सुपीकता नष्ट झाली, मग तुम्ही या धरतीलाच वाळीत टाकले अनेक प्रकारे. जगातला प्रत्येक जबाबदार शास्त्रज्ञ आणि UN एजन्सी स्पष्टपणे सांगतायत की आपल्याकडे फक्त 80 ते 100 पिकं उरली आहेत. ह्याचा अर्थ साधारण 45 ते 50 वर्षांची शेतीयोग्य माती उरली आहे या धर्तीवर. 2045 पर्यंत अन्नाचं उत्पादन 40% कमी होणार आहे आत्ता आपण निर्माण करतोय त्यापेक्षा, आणि आपली लोकसंख्या असेल 9.3 अब्ज. अन्नाचा जो तुटवडा भासणार आहे पुढच्या 25 वर्षात, त्याचे परिणाम कल्पनेच्या पलीकडे असतील. नागरी युद्ध भडकतील, संबंध जगभर एकदा का अन्न तुटवडा झाला की. सध्या आपण ज्याला सामोरे जातोय ते आहे माती नामशेष होणं. माती का नामशेष होते, ती कुठे जाते, आपल्या मातीला काय होतंय, आपण समजून घेतलं पाहिजे. जर आपण सेंद्रिय पदार्थ वाळूमध्ये मिसळले तर त्या वाळूची माती होईल. जर तुम्ही सर्व सेंद्रिय पदार्थ मातीतून काढून घेतले तर त्या मातीची वाळू होईल. सामान्य शेतजमिनीमध्ये सेंद्रिय पदार्थाचं जे कमीत कमी प्रमाण लागतं ते म्हणजे 3 ते 6%. सर्वात किमान म्हणजे 3%. कमीत कमी इतकं तरी असायलाच हवं मातीला जिवंत ठेवण्यासाठी. मातीला सजीव ठेवणं अत्यंत गरजेचं आहे. संबंध जगभरातल्या शेतजमिनीची इतकी प्रचंड झीज झाली आहे की बहुतेक देशात 50%पेक्षा जास्त मातीचा वरचा सुपीक थर नाहीसा झालाय गेल्या 100 वर्षात. पोषक तत्वांची पातळी लक्षणीय प्रमाणात खाली गेली आहे. अन्नातून मिळणाऱ्या सूक्ष्म पोषक तत्वांचा जो स्तर होता 20व्या शतकाच्या सुरुवातीला, ते आज त्याच अन्नातून जे तुम्हाला मिळतंय ते 90% खाली गेलंय. जर एक संत्र खाल्लं 1920 मध्ये तर तुम्हाला त्यापासून जे मिळायचं, आता 2020 मध्ये जर तुम्हाला तेवढंच मिळवायचं असेल तर तुम्हाला 8 संत्री खावी लागतील. हे आपण केलंय आपल्या अन्नाबरोबर.
माती ही या धर्तीवरची सगळ्यात मोठी परिसंस्था आहे आणि खूप कमी लोकांना ह्याबद्दल काहीतरी माहिती आहे. 1 चमचा निरोगी मातीमध्ये या धर्तीवरच्या माणसांपेक्षा जास्त सूक्ष्मजीव असतात.
मातीच्या वरच्या 12 ते 15 इंच थरातलं सूक्ष्मजीवन आपल्या अस्तित्वाचा पाया आहे. हीच ती जादू आहे आपल्या पायाखालची, जिने हे जीवन निर्माण केलंय जे आपण स्वतः आहोत. वरच्या 12 ते 15 इंचापर्यंतची माती या धर्तीवरच्या 87% जीवांच्या जीवनाचा मूळ आधार आहे, ज्यामध्ये तुम्ही आणि मी सुद्धा येतो.
आपण हे ओळखायला सुरुवात केली पाहिजे की ज्याला आपण माती म्हणतो, धरती माता ही सजीव गोष्ट आहे.
उघडी माती नांगरल्यामुळे सूर्यप्रकाशात उघडी पडलेली सूक्ष्म जीवांच्या नाशाला कारणीभूत ठरली आहे. म्हणून शेतीवर लक्ष केंद्रित करायला हवं. शक्य तितकी जमीन सावलीखाली आणायला हवी. कोणत्या तरी प्रकारची सावली, गवत, वनस्पती, झुडपं, झाडं. कॉन्शियस प्लॅनेट माती वाचवा चळवळीला सुरुवात करत आहे. मातीला पुनरुज्जीवित करणारे धोरणात्मक बदल घडवण्यासाठी याचा एक भाग म्हणून मी 65व्या वर्षी 30,000 किलोमीटर प्रवास करणार आहे. एकट्याने मोटरसायकल प्रवास. 30,000 किलोमीटर 24 देशांमधून या देशांच्या जनतेचा पाठिंबा घेण्यासाठी, शासनाला खात्री करून देण्यासाठी की दीर्घकालीन गुंतवणुकीसाठी लोकांचा पाठिंबा आहे. तर हे अत्यंत महत्त्वाचं आहे की मातीच्या पुनरुज्जीवनाला या धर्तीवरच्या प्रत्येक सरकारच्या धोरणात कायमचं स्थान मिळालं पाहिजे. या धर्तीवरचा दृष्टिकोन आपण बदलला पाहिजे की माती हीच खरी संपत्ती आहे, वारसा आहे आधीच्या पिढीकडून आपल्याला मिळालेला, आणि आपल्याला ती सजीव अवस्थेत पुढच्या पिढीला द्यायलाच हवी. आपण आता अशा एका उंबरठ्यावर आहोत. जर आपण आत्ता योग्य गोष्टी केल्या तर पुढच्या 15 ते 25 वर्षात खऱ्या अर्थानं आपण ही परिस्थिती बदलू शकतो आणि माती पुनरुज्जीवित करू शकतो. पण जर आपण पुढची 30 ते 40 वर्ष असंच चालू दिलं, जर 40 वर्षानंतर आपण प्रयत्न केला तर याला 150 ते 200 वर्ष लागतील, कारण जैवविविधतेची तेवढी हानी झालेली असेल. 21 मार्चपासून 100 दिवसांसाठी संपूर्ण जगाने, या धर्तीवरच्या प्रत्येक मनुष्याने मातीबद्दल बोललं पाहिजे. आपण माती हा शब्द ऐकला पाहिजे. माती वाचवा हे सगळीकडून ऐकलं पाहिजे. जगाचा दृष्टिकोन बदलला पाहिजे आणि आपल्या जीवनासाठीच्या सर्वात महत्त्वाच्या गोष्टीकडे वळला पाहिजे, जी आहे माती. तुमच्यापैकी प्रत्येकाने जास्तीत जास्त लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचलं पाहिजे. हे घडवून आणण्यासाठी अनेक जागतिक नेते आणि प्रभावी व्यक्ती यापूर्वीच या चळवळीत सहभागी झाले आहेत. यात सामील व्हा आणि चला हे घडवून आणा.
माझ्या बाजूने मी जेवढे योगदान देऊ शकतो,
चला ठोस परिणामांसाठी प्रत्यक्ष आणि प्रभावी कृती घडवून आणूया. माती वाचवा.
ज्या मोहिमेची तुम्ही सुरुवात केली आहे, देवाच्या यापेक्षा वेगळ्या आशीर्वादाची मी कल्पना करू शकत नाही.
सद्गुरू, आणि ही मोहीम इतकी महत्वाची आहे.
आम्ही माती वाचवतो, तुम्हीही सामील व्हा.
and saving the soils.
आपल्या पृथ्वीचं भविष्य त्यावर अवलंबून आहे.
सद्गुरू, माती वाचव मित्रा.
माती वाचवा, चला हे घडवून आणूया.
अँटिगुआ आणि बार्ब्युडा माती वाचवा मोहिमेचा एक भाग आहे.
आम्ही तुमच्या सोबत आहोत, म्हणूनच तुमच्या मोहिमेसोबत सामंजस्य करार करून आम्हाला आनंद होतोय.
या मोहिमेमागचं विज्ञान आणि तत्वज्ञान अद्भुत आहे.
Save soil. Let's make it happen.
Save the soil.
आपल्याला माहिती आहे आपण काय केलं पाहिजे, तर चला हे घडवून आणूया.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make this happen.
Let us make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Namaskaram everyone. I'm Amrita, Isha volunteer and as well as Save Soil volunteer. I'm working with Isha Foundation, and same thing hit me so deeply that soil is dying, okay, and you have seen and you have heard Natalia Ka also for this, so I don't think so that again I have to repeat all these things, but you just understand that 1 teaspoon of soil manje I'll tell in Hindi, एक जो चम्मच मिट्टी में उतने माइक्रोब्स या माइक्रोबियल लाइफ रहती है जितनी इस दुनिया में अभी जनसंख्या है, यानी पॉपुलेशन है. और 1 इंच टॉप सॉइल बनने के लिए इट टेक्स 1000 years. It's a very slow natural process. See, we can't make this, though the technology will go so far, pro, max, whatever it will be. We can't make soil in the laboratory or any scientists and researchers. Yes or no? And we can't bring this soil from Mars or somewhere from the universe. Can we bring it? That's why we call Earth is the only green planet or blue planet, because in the whole universe, the life exists only on this planet. There are lots of galaxies. इतना बड़ा ब्रह्मांड है, उसमें इतनी सारी गैलेक्सीज हैं और सब हैं, लेकिन फिर भी सिर्फ इसी एक प्लैनेट पे लाइफ है, nowhere else. And we are spending crores of money. NASA and ISRO and everyone, they are planning to go to the Mars. They are spending crores of money to find the life on the Mars. But what we have right now, we are not saving it. Okay? So I just want to tell this thing.
इंडिया में ही नहीं, ये सब जगह पूरे वर्ल्ड में यही परिस्थिति है या सिचुएशन है। हम नहीं कह सकते कि हम कहीं और से, स्विट्ज़रलैंड से एप्पल इंपोर्ट करेंगे या एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे, या कैलिफोर्निया से आलमंड, क्योंकि हमारे पास पैसा है तो हम कहीं से भी खाना ला सकते हैं। नो। 2050 तक अगर हम 9.3 या 9.8 बिलियन तक पहुंच गए और 40% लेस फूड, मतलब वॉर्स, ओके, नॉट विद द अदर कंट्रीज, विद इन द कंट्रीज, ओके, हंगर स्ट्राइक, माइग्रेशन, वाटर स्कैरसिटी, ओके, पॉवर्टी। सो सबका सॉल्यूशन है टू सेव सॉइल. Though you want a water, because soil is the second largest water soak after ocean, and carbon also. It soil erosion होने से बचाता है, and flood, we have flood and drought. Okay, it can balance climate change also. So ये सारे problems जो है इनका एक ही solution है, which is save soil. And I hope, see, this is the very first time in the history of humankind that by sitting at your place, okay, just sitting in your sofa, couch, wherever, you can reach the world. It was never like this before. Yes or no? आज से पहले इतिहास में कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि आप यहाँ बैठ के पूरी दुनिया तक पहुँच सकते हैं. This social media और technologies power you have with you. ओके, जो आप यहाँ बैठ के पूरी दुनिया तक पहुँच सकते हैं, ऐसा बुद्धा के टाइम या कृष्णा के टाइम नहीं हुआ था. उनको कुछ लोग सुनते थे और बाकी अपने काम करने के लिए चले जाते थे, क्योंकि उतना उस टाइम सब कुछ मैनुअल होता था. अभी हमारे पास कंफर्ट है. सो बाय सिटिंग एट द कंफर्ट ऑफ योर प्लेस और होम, you can reach as many people as you can. And I think the last thing is, no matter how much wealth, education, technology you have, unless we have our children's or our coming generation will not be happy unless we have a rich soil and water. Thank you. Namaskaram.
Thank you, Madam. I now request Shri S.Y. Prabhu, Vice Chairman SKES Society, to give the presidential remarks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, staff and student friends. Had somebody told you a story, like an age-old one, someone started from France and came here on bicycle, would you believe it so easily? Okay, now we have one person here who has traveled all the distance, come to meet you, talk to you on bicycle. And what's great about that person is the willpower. The willpower is the one that you should appreciate. We all have willpower, but our willpower is not as strong as hers. Okay, and that willpower and seeing somebody here, I mean, we believe our eyes more than ears. So once you see her here, you know, yes, she has traveled, she has come here. Otherwise, it is here and say. So, Shiji, I'm grateful to you, Madam Natali, for having come here and had an interaction with us. What all you told, your experience is really great. Well, then second thing I would like to comment upon is bicycle. She has come with a bicycle here. As you know what is a bicycle? As far as environment is concerned, the most environmentally friendly machine or locomotive is bicycle. Second one is bullock cart. In goods transport, bullock cart. And in human transport, it's bicycle. You know why? It doesn't produce any carbon dioxide. Well, these are the words which are confusing. Now you heard, she said soil carbon. You know, for you people, it's made it difficult. What is soil carbon? We say carbon footprint. What's carbon footprint? This is the ideas which average person gets. They are very simple ideas. Only put it in difficult words. That's what I want to say. Okay, what's soil carbon? I'll come to it. But she has come with a bicycle, and bicycle is the only human vehicle which does not use petrol or any other fuel. And those fuels are dangerous, not your fuel. If you use your fuel, you as a fuel, your energy, no matter as much as you use, is eco-friendly. But once you start using those oil, then whatever comes from the soil, which has been preserved long year back on this earth, we reuse it. It is not the carbon that's important. Remember, I'm a student of biology, that's what I'll tell you. It's the carbon that takes the oxygen from the present. And we get depleted oxygen. And we all require oxygen very strong, very badly. We won't survive without oxygen. All right? That's why I appreciate bicycle. I wish some of us, not me, but some of us like you, would accompany her when she's leaving Belgaum on bicycle. Her bicycle is ultra modern, beautiful one, looks nice. You can go with your bicycle for a few kilometers around here till she goes to Belgaum boundary or outside Belgaum boundary and come back. Would be great respect to her. What all trouble she has taken to come from France or to Belgaum. You can at least see her off from Belgaum boundaries. And I wish some of you will do it. Will you do it? Yes or no? At least few would join or don't join. Otherwise, her coming here is waste. We should feel that, okay, yes, she has come all the way over here. For what? For a call given by our Sadguru to save world soil. It's not Indian problem or local problem. We have explained it's a world's problem. And the call given to save soil happens to be an Indian, a Sadguru. And for her, she comes from here, and any one of us don't go to just see her off till the boundary of Belgaum. Do you think it is right for your spirit? You go once, you go twice on bicycle, and you know what happens? Your self-respect and confidence goes high. When I was a student in school and college, I used to go on bicycle to my native place. It's in Sawantwadi. And I used to enjoy riding bicycle because when you ride bicycle, I was talking to Natali in the morning, you feel that you are doing a greatest concentration because there's nobody, you are riding yourself and you are looking at only yourself. The best of the concentration you have when you ride bicycle at no cost. And once you ride like that, you have a confidence that tomorrow, I am now almost 70. At this age, if somebody gives me a challenge, you go from here to Mumbai on bicycle, I won't get scared. I'll try. I'll try my best and go because I've got that confidence that I can go with a bicycle. And this confidence everyone should have. That's why I ride bicycle. Well, I explained a lot about soil. Being a student of biology, I feel I will give a slightly different, correct view of looking at life on this earth. This earth is the only planet in solar system having life in our solar system. NASA is trying to find out, she said, whether there is a life on any other planet. Now, we don't know how the life started here, but there was some typical critical moment because of which the life started. Earth's life is believed to be about 5 billion years. Billion is a huge figure. 5 billion years is the time span of Earth, and it's believed that the life on this Earth started with microbes around 3.6 billion years back. So first proof of past microbial life we get on this Earth is from 3.6 billion years. Prior to that, there could be life, but there are no proofs of life. Correct? And the first life on this Earth started with microbes, microorganisms. There are very fine microorganisms and they started the life. Correct? They started the life in water From water, they went to air. When they were in water and reached a level in water, water became life. When from water they went to air and they made air alive. At the last, as biologists feel, that the microbes came on soil and made soil alive. So life, what soil has two parts, as we have two parts. We have organic matter in us and we have life in us. Similarly, soil also has life in that and non-life in that, all minerals and all which are life in that. But soil does the job of growing plants, not on its mineral value, but on its organic value, that's a microbial value. How many microbes are more? That's a rich soil. Higher the level of microbe, this is a much better soil. Because these microbes help plants to take whatever they want to grow, and that's how the plants grow. I want to ask you a simple question. Okay, about human. You know how many years we are on this earth? Homo sapiens sapien, what we call today two humans. Why we call it Homo sapiens sapien? Homo means they look alike, like us. Sapien is supposed to be intelligent. And second sapien comes from more intelligent. So Homo sapiens sapien means Homo more intelligent. That's the simple meaning of it. And who called it? We only call it. No other organism called it intelligent. We call it ourselves intelligent.
The very word human comes from humus, which is the topsoil of the,
Correct.
the layer of the soil.
Yeah. So she is giving a good input. The human word comes from humus. And humus is organic humus, where there is a lot of organic matter and tremendous amount of bacteria, organisms. That's what is human. Okay. Except we call it human, but our name is Homo. Homo means similar. I was talking to Homo. Well, this Homo sapiens sapien is there on this earth for last 3 lakh years. Just 3 lakh years. And microbes are there on this earth, taking care of this earth as a living earth for 3.6 billion years. 3 lakh, 1,000 lakh makes a million. Am I right? Sorry, 100 lakhs make a million. 1,000. 100 lakh make a billion. And 100 billion to 1,000 million make a billion. Get the difference? Now humans are there only for 3 lakhs of years and microbes are there for 3.6 billion years. I want to ask you one simple question. Who are the owners of the earth? Who are the owners? I say it is my land. I say it is my property. I've just come here 3 lakh years. There are guys staying here for 3.6 billion years. Naturally, they own the earth. You know what? Who are we now? We are like a good guess. The host is those microbes. I would give you one simple example. Example. Someone comes to your house. Okay? Someone comes to your house and while having tea or coffee, he drops the tea on the ground. Someone comes to your house and having tea, drops the tea on the ground. Who cleans it? You or that someone? I want answer. So I am asking simple. Your house, I come to your house as guest. I drop something on the floor, something falls, spills. Do you give me a mop and say clean it? Would you do it? Then that's what I asked you. Now I want to ask you one more question. When I have done that dirty job there, who should clean it, me or you? And who cleans it? Why? That's right. Because it is your house. Correct? Because it is your house. Now I want to ask one question. Humans have come here on this earth. All the dirty things are done on this earth, whatever we spend. Who cleans it? Microbes. Because microbes know that they are the owner of this earth. It's their land and we are the guest at home. And they know. And we know our belief, Sanatana Dharma believes, Atiti Devo Bhava. Atiti Devo Bhava. So they treat us as what? Dev. And now, as a Atiti, we should know our limitations. If we don't take care of our limitations and we behave properly, there were sometime, some billion years back, there were trilobites, there were dinosaurs, there were trilobites and so many others who were like us during some time. They bossed over, they were Atitis and they were treated very well. They thought I am Atiti means I am boss. And what happened to them, I don't think we have any other future than what they had in near future. Soon we will be there. Some couple of years back, someone will say there were trilobites, there were dinosaurs, and there were humans. And that time, if you want to avoid that time, be selfish because you want to survive here. Be selfish and save the Mother Earth. And that's why this save the soil, because soil gives all the food that you eat. If soil is spoiled, your food will stop. So in order to have your good food, you need to protect soil. And that's what our Sadhguru is doing. We should join hands. We should see that we use eco-friendly. I tell you, my dear friends, student friends, Mother Earth is already in ICU. Our Mother Earth is already in ICU. There are no doctors because we don't know no medicines because we don't know what are the medicines. The best medicine is give it a rest. And Mother Earth knows how to come out of it. But if you don't give a rest, then Mother Earth will see that you are out of there. Take this note. Let's join hands, fight it out. I would like to see, sir, that there is a cycle club in the college. Students come for bicycle, and you can name it anything. But cycle club is must, and few of the cyclists will accompany her while she is leaving Belgium. Thank you very much, my dear friends.
Thank you, sir. Gratitude is a sign of noble soul. I feel privileged to thank Ms. Natali for her valuable words on Save Soil Mission. Thank you, madam. I thank the volunteers of Isha Foundation. I sincerely thank Shri S.Y. Prabhu for gracing the occasion. Last but not the least, I thank our dear students. Thank you all. I request everyone to rise for National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंग विंध हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all.
Waiting some of the students. Some students can come here. 10 students can come. Requesting all the staff to come on the stage. 10 students can come this side, come near the stage. Come fast. Hold the banner there.